This week on Outdoor Bound TV. We will meet up with my good friend John Herman of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, as he gets ready for some hard water fishing action. Johnny and a couple of his friends are headed to a small lake in the northwestern part of the state that target northern pike and panfish through the ice. Johnny will also share a few of his tips and tricks for putting more fish on the ice. There's a fish. We got him.
Look at that. Nice buck. Did you get that one?
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Colby Chrysler Center. Welcome home to Colby Chrysler. Pro Designs, sign and printing solutions. Canada Outdoor Adventures, professionally outfitted hunting trips from Canada, New Zealand, and beyond.
Stick with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Offering professionally guided, all-inclusive packages, Canada Outdoor Adventures is a U.S.-based company specializing in great hunting adventures in Alberta, British Columbia, New Zealand, and beyond. Whether you're seeking that trophy of a lifetime, planning a hunt for you or your group, or taking your son or daughter on their first adventure, let Canada Outdoor Adventures handle all the details for you. To contact a pro staff member near you, visit our website, Canada Outdoor Adventures, the adventure of a lifetime.
At Colby Chrysler Center, we know you have more important things to do than worry about your car, so let us take care of you.
Whether you need routine maintenance or need a major repair, we are not just fixing your car. We are helping you get back to the things that matter to you.
When it comes time for a new car, we'll be there, giving you the biggest selection with no pressure or red tape.
If you're looking for a used car, know that our stock comes from people we know, people just like you.
At Colby Chrysler, it's all about making you feel at home and ready to hit the road.
Welcome home to Colby Chrysler.
Conceptual design, quality printing, and custom applications. Pro Designs sign and printing solutions. Over 20 years of professional service and experience. Pro Designs in Medford, from original concept to finished product. Get the recognition your business deserves. Pro Designs sign and printing solutions.
Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm your host, Kurt Walbeck. We're going to catch up with Chippewa Falls' John Herman. Now, John is out on the ice back in Wisconsin, and he's looking for some early season panfish action. Let's catch up with Johnny right now.
Hi, my name's John Herman. I'm from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. I got involved in the outdoors at an early age. My father was a hunter and fisherman his whole life, and when I became old enough to get out there in the boat or go out in the woods with him, he was dragging me along. Our family had a cabin up in northern Wisconsin since the mid-70s. So as soon as I was 10 years old, I was always heading up north on the weekends and out in the fishing boat or out in the woods with them, deer hunting. So it's the outdoors basically has been the biggest thrill in my life since I was young, and that continues today. In the past few years, I've had the opportunity to expand my horizons a bit. 4 or 5 years ago, I started doing some filming for a company called bowhunting.com. I've taken some nice whitetails on film. I'm hoping to expand that a little bit more and do some more filming in the future. Also do a lot of turkey hunting. My profession is lawn care. I own a lawn care company called Greener Images, which I started back in 1994. And I work really hard from spring to fall, but this job gives me the opportunity to do a lot of fall hunting and a lot of ice fishing in the winter. So the benefit of owning a lawn care company, obviously in the winter there's no grass to cut and there's no fertilizing to do. So instead of doing the snow removal, which a lot of the lawn care companies do in the winter, I decided to be happy and poor in the winter, and I tend to ice fish whenever I can. I've got a small group of friends that are in the same boat. A lot of them work weekends or work swing shifts, and they've got the opportunity to go fishing during the week. And so those guys and myself will hook up and tend to go north into northern Wisconsin, northwest Wisconsin, and try to find the hot bite. The day that we're fishing here, it's just, it's incredible. It's mid-January, and we've got highs in the upper 40s. Hey, John Herman here. We're up in northern Wisconsin today. We're going to be fishing for panfish, crappies, and bluegills mostly. We're going to put some tip-ups out too and see if we can get some northerns. Back in the day when my dad was teaching me how to ice fish, it was a completely different world than today. We've got some science that's just incredible out there on the ice today. Back in his era, it was, you know, walk out onto the ice, chip a hole, and hope that the fish come by you. But today's technology with the power augers and the Vexilars makes it more of a hunt, which I find very appealing. My method of ice fishing is to pick a lake, study that lake, try to analyze where I feel like the fish are going to be, and then when I get out on that lake, I'm going to drill as many holes that I need to, and to try to figure out what's going on with that lake. Generally, if I'm targeting panfish, which in this area is crappies and bluegills, I'm gonna check out the deeper water basins, the mud areas, deepest parts of the lake, and I'm just gonna go out there with my power auger and I'm gonna drill 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 holes if it takes. And I'm gonna look with my Vexilar, not necessarily fishing all the holes. I'm gonna travel along, drop my locator in. If there's suspended fish on the bottom, then I'm going to stop and fish them. And if there isn't, I'm just going to keep on moving. I'm going to keep on drilling. And most of the time I'm going to be successful in finding some fish and catching some fish. What I try to do is I try to find a spot where I'm going to find some panfish, crappies and bluegills in some deep water, but it's going to be close enough so that I can set some tip-ups for some game fish, either along a shoreline, a weed line, a hump coming out of deep water that shallows up a bit, any kind of structure that I feel like game fish are going to be feeding on, and that's where I'm going to set my tip-ups. So when we get out on the ice, generally we're going to drill a bunch of holes, some over the deep water and some of them over the shallow humps or the weed lines. Then one of us or two of us are going to go out and set our tip-ups up, and the other guys are going to go out and try to find some crappies and bluegills. So there's a story behind this tip-up right here. A good friend of mine and a customer of my company gave me these tip-ups. He died this spring fishing on his dock on Lake Wissota, and his wife Gloria said that he wanted me to have his fishing stuff, so I've been using Norm's 2 tip-ups that he gave me all winter, and I haven't had a flag on it yet, so I'm just hoping that one of these days I'm going to pull a big old northern pike out of here on Norm's tip-up, and hopefully he's looking down on us today, and he's gonna give us a little good luck. Depending on what I'm targeting, if I'm targeting walleyes, I'm going to be setting my tip-ups generally within 2 feet of bottom. I'm going to use some fluorocarbon leaders. I'm going to be finesse fishing for a walleye, especially as you get later into the winter. It gets to be a tougher bite for walleyes. It's going to be a small window that you're going to have your bites on. If you're fishing northerns, it's a little bit different game there. You can catch northerns just about all times of the day. So the rig that I'm running here is I'm running a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. It's about 4 feet long with a number 10 treble hook, small sinker, and sometimes I'll put an attractant, a little flasher bead on there. So the mono tends to get me more bites, We do break off with when we're northern fishing, but that's just part of the game. When I'm trying to settle those minnows down a little bit, I'm gonna take a bit of their tail off. Sometimes I'm gonna use a helostat to snip it off, but if I don't have one handy, I'm just gonna stick that tail in my mouth and take a bite off of there. What that's gonna do is it's gonna slow your minnow down. He's still gonna be alive, he's still gonna be wiggling down there, but as the game fish approaches him, he's gonna be less likely to get away from that game fish, so it tends to get us more bites.
Straight down, what do you do? What do you do? Let's just wait a little bit on this guy. So what we're doing right now is the flag went up, the fish took some line out, and what we're hoping is he's down there and he's turning it in his mouth because they want to swallow it head first. So what'll happen sometimes is the spindle's going to start moving, that fish is going to start moving again, then we're going to pick up the tip up and hit them, but sometimes it means that they dropped it and we'll just have to put it back down again. So. Fish on. Well, we've got ourselves a little northern pike. Takes a little northern to make a big northern. Right away we got some action on the tip up, and lo and behold, fish on. We got ourselves a northern going, and first fish on the ice is always a good feeling. We got, even though it was just a small northern, it's a good start to the day, especially when you only got a couple of tip-ups in and they've only been in for probably 5 or 10 minutes. And I think we only had probably 5 tip-ups in, and we had another flag up. Fish on. He doesn't feel much bigger than that last one. Well, we're getting a little bit bigger. Well, if we jump 4 more sizes, we're going to have something for the fry pan. Let's get them back in the
We finally got our tip-ups in. We caught 2 northerns while we were setting up. They were both small, but it's a good start.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Outdoor Bound TV right after these messages.
Visual acuity, enhanced vision, improved shooting, competitive edge, 100% guarantee. Bow Tint Archery Lenses, created by optometrist Dr. Perry Arndt, helping redefine hunting and competitive archery by utilizing tinted optical lens technology to enhance clarity and focus. Dr. Arndt, an avid sportsman, uses tinted lenses in his eyewear to enhance his competitive edge while trap shooting. Bow tint scope lenses are specifically designed to increase focus and clarity.
Hi, my name is Perry Arndt, and I'm the founder of Bow Tint Lenses. I'm an eye doctor, an optometrist that has been practicing in Wisconsin for 38 years. And and I really love my job. But there can be times that my job can be a disadvantage, and actually it's times when, for instance, I'm playing a sport like baseball, or maybe shooting a bow, or playing golf, and I hit a ball out into the woods somewhere. It's very common that people say to me, "Have you had your eyes checked lately?" Well, one of my friends that I was actually shooting with, his name is Tony, and he asked me one day if it was possible to develop a lens that would work in the scopes of bows to improve the ability to see and sight for bow hunters. Well, with my background in optics and tints and anti-glare, I took that challenge and worked on developing a lens that had magnification, certain tints that would, for instance, highlight a target and diminish the background, have an anti-glare and even a corrective curved surface for better optics and less distortion. So if you would look at our website and check out the colors that are available, give us a call. We can talk about different situations that you're hunting in and shooting in, and we can help customize some of those products for you.
Bow tint lenses allow archers to improve arrow accuracy, whether hunting or in competition. Bow tint archery lenses. Improve your competitive edge and order today.
Here are this week's Outdoor Bound TV viewer photos.
Hi, I'm Shannon from Colby, Wisconsin. If you'd like to see your big buck on Outdoor Bound TV, go to www.outdoorbound.tv, click on the Submit Photo and Video button, and all the instructions are right there.
Let's rejoin John Herman of Chippewa Falls and a couple of his friends on a lake in northwest Wisconsin. They have their tip-up set with 2 northerns already on the ice, and now they turn their attention to the many bluegills and crappies that call this lake home.
Our flags finally stayed down long enough for us to turn our attention to the panfish. Then I'm going to head back out to our deep water spots where I had researched and felt that that's where we're going to find our panfish. And then it's just it's a hunt. It's a hunt for the panfish. We're just looking with our locators, our electronics. A lot of times we're not doing a lot of fishing at this point. We're just walking, checking all the holes, and we're looking for either suspended fish or fish right on the bottom. Your crappies are going to tend to suspend over deep water. They'll be 2 feet to 6 feet generally in a 20-foot hole, whereas your bluegills are going to be closer to the bottom. But all of that stuff shows up on the locators that we have today. They're just incredible, the technology and the definition that we have on them. So the trick is we're just going to look, and we're going to look, and if we find them in those holes that we drilled, that's great. Then we start fishing them, and then we find out what they want. If we don't find them in that location, then we just pick up our auger again and we drill another 20 or 30 holes in a direction that we feel like they might be. Generally, the fish that we're catching in this area are going to be 6 to 9 inch bluegills, which are going to weigh up to 3/4 of a pound. We're going to catch crappies from 8 to 13 inches, which can weigh up to a pound, pound and a half. All right, I'm going to show you what we're using today. We're fishing in about 20 feet of water, roughly 18 to 22. So I try to use as heavy a bait as I can get away with. You don't want to go too big, and too small is too hard to fish. So what I'm using today is just a number 10. It's a pink glow bait, moon glow, and I tip it with 2 spikes. It tends to give me a little bit of tail action. So the other trick that I'm going to show you today is keeping your knot the right way. What I tend to do every time I get a bite or catch a fish, I'm going to pull this knot downward so that when my bait's hanging, it hangs at an angle rather than straight up and down. And what that's going to do is when I'm wiggling, it's going to give me tail action on those 2 grubs, and you tend to catch a lot more fish when you do that. So that's that's another outdoor bound tip of the week. At that point in time, I'm just dropping my bait down and I'm following it on my locator as I go down to those fish that I'm marking. And it's very important to stop that bait above those fish and get in contact with the line and your pole and the bait so that everything's straight, so that when that fish comes up and hits that bait, you're all ready for him. Throw him back for next year. I saved him. That's a wet hand crappie right there. Well, I got a screen full of fish right now, so I'm gonna make some hay while I got some fish down there. Yeah, there you go. We got some nice bluegills. We had to throw back some fish as well, which is common with this lake that we were fishing. But the fish were fairly negative, which is probably a common thing when you're dealing with a bright sunny day. We were fishing in the afternoon, so knowing how fish tend to react, we were hoping for that sun to start getting lower in the sky, because generally as the sun gets lower, you're going to get more and more fish action, be it game fish or panfish. So when the sun finally hit those trees, we could tell that the fish were starting to get a little more active, and sure enough, we started catching more fish, and actually we started catching some bigger fish. Well, that looks like about the size that we're catching today, but hey, action is action, right? After that sun went down, the fishing got consistent and the fish were active, and we ended up putting quite a few nice crappies and some nice bluegills on the ice. And if anybody has ever eaten panfish through the ice, there's nothing better when you got a pan full of fish that you just caught that day frying up. So it's a nice feeling to be able to go out, fish a lake that's close to my house and bring home some fish for the family and have a good meal out of it. So all in all, it was a really great day up here in northwest Wisconsin fishing, ice fishing with some friends of mine.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Colby Chrysler Center. Welcome home to Colby Chrysler. Pro Designs, sign and printing solutions. Canada Outdoor Adventures, professionally outfitted hunting trips from Canada, New Zealand, and beyond.
Hi, my name's Jamie Olson from Independence, Wisconsin, and we'll be right back after these messages.
At Colby Chrysler Center, we know you have more important things to do than worry about your car. So let us take care of you.
Whether you need routine maintenance or need a major repair, we are not just fixing your car. We are helping you get back to the things that matter to you.
When it comes time for a new car, we'll be there, giving you the biggest selection with no pressure or red tape.
If you're looking for a used car, know that our stock comes from people we know, people just like you.
At Colby Chrysler, it's all about making you feel at home and ready to hit the road.
Welcome home to Colby Chrysler.
Conceptual design, quality printing, and custom applications. Pro Designs sign and printing solutions. Over 20 years of professional service and experience. Pro Designs in Medford, from original concept to finished product. Get the recognition your business deserves. Pro Designs sign and printing solutions. Offering professionally guided, all-inclusive packages, Canada Outdoor Adventures is a U.S.-based company specializing in great hunting adventures in Alberta, British Columbia, New Zealand, and beyond. Whether you're seeking that trophy of a lifetime, planning a hunt for you or your group, or taking your son or daughter on their first adventure, let Canada Outdoor Adventures handle all the details for you. To contact a pro staff member near you, visit our website, Canada Outdoor Adventures, the adventure of a lifetime.
Hey everyone, make sure to join us again next week when we're going to bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around Wisconsin, around the nation, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
Hi, I'm John Herman from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Today's show is about fawn care. You must keep the fawns away from the coyotes. Stay tuned. No, stay tuned.
Tune in.
Tune in, yes, tune in. Tune in.
Great.
Blah, 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 blah. Say it again. No? How did that go? And You're making blooper reel.
We're out of here.